Natasha Fata joins us now with the latest. How did health officials come to this conclusion?
Well, they have a very specific mathematical equation for how they measure these things. Now, the incubation period for Ebola is about 3 weeks or 21 days. And they say the last person who had Ebola but had a negative test was now 6 weeks ago, meaning they've gone through 2 incubation periods where no one has contracted the disease. And so therefore, they feel quite conclusively that they can declare that the country is Ebola-free. These are images from just a short while ago of musicians celebrating in the streets, and there's much more happening. Overnight, we saw lots of parades come out, lots of people, mostly women, celebrating in many, many communities and right across the capital in Freetown, as you can see again, musicians, because it really has been a year and a half in the making, Asha. As you mentioned, 4,000 people lost their lives, 9,000 in total had contracted the disease. And so we've heard of 200 plus healthcare workers who died in Sierra Leone because they were working on the ground and contracted the disease by accident. And this has been a struggle in Western Africa for so long now. So Sierra Leone is really getting a lot of international credit for having a good system in the works, for being able to identify the disease quickly, treat people efficiently, make sure it doesn't spread, and also make sure that the bodies of those who did contract it and die were disposed of in an appropriate but dignified manner.
And what is next for Sierra Leone?
So while they continue to celebrate, they do need to have a degree of caution. The World Health Organization is going to monitor the situation along with local officials for the next 90 days. So that takes us to February 5th of 2016. And that's when they'll have a better sense of whether the disease is going to spread or come back in any capacity. And of course, that possibility remains because just in neighboring Guinea, they had 4 new cases in the past few days. And really, for the people living in Sierra Leone, the issue isn't over because, of course, the 3,500 to about 4,000 individuals who contracted the disease and survived still deal with a number of other health issues. Plus, they deal with the social stigma of having contracted the disease in the first place. Then you also have the issue of orphans. One British aid organization says 12,000 children in just Sierra Leone have been left orphaned because of the disease. So there's still a lot of ongoing issues for the country to come to grips with, but at least today is a day of celebration. They believe that Ebola has been eradicated from Sierra Leone.
Okay, thank you, Natasha.
You're welcome.